Imagine standing at the crossroads of history, wielding the power of rhetoric as the most celebrated orator of your time, believing you could shape the future of Rome. This was the gamble Cicero took when he sought to manipulate Octavian, the young heir to Julius Caesar, in his quest to defeat his rival, Mark Antony. But in a stunning twist, it was Cicero who found himself outplayed. Octavian, far from the naive teenager Cicero imagined, maneuvered brilliantly to secure his rise to power, while Cicero's ambition and miscalculations ultimately led to his brutal downfall. Let's delve into this dramatic tale of political ambition, misjudgment, and the high stakes of Roman politics. After the assassination of Julius Caesar in 44 BCE, Rome was engulfed in chaos. Cicero, a longtime opponent of Caesar's authoritarian tendencies, saw a glimmer of hope. This was his chance to restore the power of the Senate and eliminate his primary adversary, Mark Antony, who was rapidly positioning himself as Caesar's successor. With Antony backed by Caesar's loyal veterans, Cicero realized he needed a powerful ally to thwart this emerging threat. That ally emerged in the form of Octavian, Caesar's 18-year-old adopted son and heir. Octavian arrived in Rome shortly after Caesar's death, and though young and relatively unknown, his claim as Caesar's heir provided him with instant political leverage. Cicero believed he could mold Octavian to serve his purposes, primarily to defeat Antony and restore the Republic. In a series of speeches known as the Philippics, Cicero launched a fierce attack on Antony, casting him as a tyrant threatening Roman liberty. Simultaneously, he positioned himself as a supporter of Octavian, thinking he could utilize the young heir to rally the Senate and the legions against Antony. Cicero famously remarked about Octavian, "He is to be praised, honored, and then discarded." In Cicero's mind, Octavian was a temporary ally, a tool to help him achieve his grand political ambitions. However, Cicero vastly underestimated the young man he sought to manipulate. While Cicero believed he was controlling Octavian, the young heir had his own ambitions. Far from being a mere pawn in Cicero's game, Octavian was astute and strategically minded. Understanding that both Cicero and Antony posed threats to his aspirations, he adeptly played both sides. One of Octavian's first moves was to build his military support base by appealing directly to Caesar's veterans, promising them the rewards they felt they had been denied after Caesar's death. These veterans, loyal to Caesar's legacy, rallied behind Octavian's cause. Cicero, blinded by his desire to use Octavian against Antony, failed to recognize the power base that Octavian was steadily constructing. Simultaneously, Octavian presented himself as a defender of the Republic, aligning with the Senate against Antony. This tactic won him Cicero's public support and helped him gain favor among Rome's political elite. However, Octavian was orchestrating a double game. His primary goal was to secure his own power, not restore the Republic as Cicero envisioned. Cicero's fatal miscalculation was in believing he could control Octavian, whom he saw as inexperienced and grateful for his guidance. In reality, Octavian was a shrewd political operator. The situation took a dramatic turn when Octavian formed an alliance with Antony and Lepidus, creating the Second Triumvirate. This masterstroke neutralized the Senate's attempts to control him. The Triumvirate was essentially a three-man dictatorship, obliterating Cicero's dreams of restoring the Republic. The new alliance quickly launched a campaign of proscriptions, a political purge targeting their enemies, with Cicero at the top of the list. In 43 BCE, he was captured and brutally executed by Antony's forces, his severed hands and head displayed in the Roman Forum as a grim symbol of the Triumvirate's power. Cicero's failure to grasp Octavian's true intentions exemplifies a classic case of political miscalculation. Driven by a desire to restore the Republic and eliminate Antony, Cicero believed he was indispensable. that only he possessed the wisdom to guide Rome through its turbulent times. This sense of self-importance blinded him to the actual dynamics of power at play. His conviction that Octavian could be easily discarded once Antony was defeated showed a disconnect from the political realities of the day. Octavian, rather than being a malleable figurehead, was using Cicero and the Senate just as much as they were using him. By the time Cicero recognized his mistake, it was tragically too late. Cicero's overconfidence serves as a potent reminder of how political ambition can cloud judgment. Once hailed as the savior of the Republic, he believed he could shape Rome's destiny once more. But his eagerness to remain influential led him to underestimate his adversaries, ultimately costing him his life. Cicero's downfall encapsulates the dangers of political overreach, illustrating how the manipulator can become the manipulated. The story of Cicero's attempt to control Octavian is a striking irony in Roman history. The brilliant orator and defender of the Republic believed he could mold the young heir to his will, only to find himself outmaneuvered and eliminated. Octavian, far from being a mere pawn, demonstrated remarkable strategic prowess, leveraging Cicero's support to ascend to power and then discarding him when it suited his ambitions. Cicero's tragic fate serves as a classic lesson in the complexities of political maneuvering and the peril of underestimating one's opponents. As we reflect on Cicero's life, it's crucial to recognize the lessons this narrative offers. Ambition can propel individuals to greatness, but it can also lead to profound miscalculations. The interplay of power, manipulation, and the relentless pursuit of influence can yield unexpected outcomes. Cicero's story invites us to ponder the delicate balance between political ambition and ethical responsibility. If you enjoyed this exploration of Cicero's life and the intricate dynamics of Roman politics, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more fascinating historical content. Share your thoughts in the comments below and join us as we continue to unravel the complexities of history's most compelling figures. Together, we can learn from the past and engage in meaningful discussions about power, ambition, and legacy.